I'm DC, rated 2200. Do you want to win more games and raise your elo by brutally attacking your opponent's king and checkmating it, but don't know how to attack or find it too difficult? I promise you that by the end of this video, you will have learned simple rules to attack your opponent every single game. Let's get into it. This was a game which the legendary world champion Mikhail Tal played with the black pieces. Now he was an aggressive player. Therefore, he followed the first step to starting an attack, which is closing the center. He played the move e5 to clog up the e file. A few moves later, we see that the center is not completely closed, but the e file is closed, which is good enough for an attack. Okay, from this position, White offered a queen trade to Mikhail Tal. But Tal wanted to destroy White's king. Here, he followed the second rule, which is make threats. He played knight to g4 attacking the weak f2 pawn. If a raid of queens takes place, the f2 pawn is gone because there are three pieces pointing towards it. White chose to play rook to e2, defending the pawn. Here, Tal followed the third rule, which is activate all your pieces and bring them into the attack. He noticed that this rook isn't doing anything useful. He played rook to d8, bringing it to the open file. White tried to attack the strong knight, and Tal immediately played rook to d3, further activating his piece. If white takes here, rook takes g3 wins the bishop because the f pawn is pinned. Therefore, white chose to strengthen his king's position with king to g2. Here, Tal chose to sacrifice two pieces for a rook and a pawn. Here, Tal followed the third rule yet again. He wanted to make a threat and also noticed that his queen wasn't doing much. He played queen to d6 to threaten the knight. White defended, and here black forced the white queen to move to a square from where it's very difficult to defend the white king. And now Tal opened up the position. But wasn't the first rule asking us to close the position for an attack? That's correct. But Tal noticed that the F file is about to open up, and guess who's there? The king. And he wants to attack the king. So he played F5. The king moved out of the way, and here he sacrificed the rook for the bishop. White now has two options to capture the rook. If the king captures, queen to d3 is played. If the king moves to f2, pawn takes e4 does the job. But if the king moves back to g2, queen to e2 wins white's rook. Therefore, white chose to capture the rook with the knight. Black simply took the rook on d1, and after knight to g5, white resigned just after playing his move, because after queen h5, a trade is forced. And here, black is an exchange up and is winning. Now, we'll help young Bobby Fischer win a game of chess against a grandmaster following the same rules. This is Bobby Fischer's game from when he was only 14 years old. In this position, he wanted to attack the black king. Therefore, he followed the first rule. He closed the center with e5. Black's knight leapt to d5 and Fischer traded pawns, after which his knight went to the beautiful e4 square. And here Black helped Fischer close the center, and he was happy about it. He traded and then played knight to g5. He wanted to follow rule 2, which was to make threats, with queen to c2 threatening checkmate on h7. Black moved his knight to e7 to help defend the black king. And then Fischer followed up with queen c2 anyways, after which black blocked the view of the queen. Now in this position, many white players would get stuck. They would just play a random move like h3 or a3, but no. Fischer followed the second rule again. He wanted to make threats. He played h4 because his plan was to play h5, which would attack the knight. And if the knight moves away, it's a checkmate. Remember that. Black played knight to f6, guarding the h5 square. And here, Fischer noticed a tactical motive. This queen and this rook. Wait, if his bishop was there and this knight didn't exist, he would just win his opponent's rook. Here Fischer sacrificed the knight on h7. If the king captures, bishop to f4, and the knight is pinned, so the rook is lost. In the game, black decided to capture with the knight on h7. Fischer made another threat, and he is following rule 2 repeatedly throughout the game. And black played this crazy move, knight to h4, because if Fischer gets greedy and takes the rook, black will trade and play bishop to b2, winning the bishop back. But Fischer was wise, and in this position, after bishop f4, he took the knight. Black here wanted to sacrifice the rook for this powerful bishop, but Fischer made another threat. After queen captured, he ignored this bishop and followed rule 2 again, attacking the rook. The king had to capture. And in this position, what would you do to continue the attack? Try following rule 3. Fischer wanted to activate this rook and wanted to bring it into the attack. He played rook to e4, threatening bishop to e5 with a discovered attack on the queen. Black's queen moved, and the rook slid to the e3 square, from where Fischer wanted to deliver a check. Black tried to block the vision of the queen, but Fischer was relentless as he checked the black king with his bishop. And here black played knight to f6. And here Fischer again followed rule 3. He noticed that his queen on c2 was just inactive. He wanted to help he wanted the queen to help checkmate the black king. Here he played queen to d2 in order to deliver a check on the g5 square. The king tried to run, but Fischer played queen g5 anyways, threatening the knight on f6. Black desperately tried to defend, but white captured and made use of the third rule and played rook h7, activating the rook. After the king moved back, Fischer simply took the queen. If rook captures, bishop takes b7, wins a piece and the game because white's up a rook. So Fischer's opponent took the rook, but after bishop c6, he was forced to resign because after a defending move like bishop d7, the queen can capture and white is winning here because he's up a queen. You have now learnt the three rules with examples. I want you to start a game on chess.com or Lichess or whatever website you play on and attack somebody. Let me know how it goes. Thanks for watching. Train to win. Bye.